T1.
This is Atlanta Cast Network.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
What's up?
We on top this time. Well, I wanted to switch it up. Nighthawk is running late. We back in the building. This is Atlanta Carcast. I go by the name of Mr. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna switch it back.
Oh my God. So lame.
I go by the name of Mr.
So
Please follow me
lame.
on all social medias, even though I only got one social media. This woman right here, Miss TJ, www.tiajakes.com. Please follow her for everything. All your everything and infinite needs. Please look her up. She is the oracle. Above her, Mr. Skip of Skips, Trophies and more in the building, booked and busy. Florida representing. We got all of these different states. We never really talk about where we're from or where
You're
we
right.
reside.
We were just talking about where your country is from.
Yeah, so shout out to everybody in Michigan. What up, though? Miss TJ is from the great state of New York, Buffalo to be exact. Home of Griselda, one of my favorite rap groups of all time. Mr. Skip is from Florida. I think he's from Ochipachicuchi. I don't know the name of the city.
Not what? Patrick Coochie.
Weird name. It's weird. Weird name. What is it like? Ochipachicuchi?
Okeechobee, man.
That's what I said. See?
You said Ochipachicuchi.
Oh,
Yeah. So when you go on a date and she get a little frisky, you be like, "Oh, she choking people." That's what he's from.
God.
That was so lame.
See, I could say the bigger town that's next to it, like most people do, but I'm proud of where I'm from.
That's so
I
lame.
can say Uncle Palm Beach, dog. No, I'm not.
Oh, so you okay? So it's next to Palm Beach. See, that's what I hate. Every time I say I'm from Michigan, they be always say Detroit. You from Detroit? No, I'm not from. Not even freaking close. I'm closer to Chicago than Detroit. Anyway, Florida in the house, Buffalo, New York in the house, Michigan in the house. Last but certainly not least, South Carolina representative Qwueen Kong, Miss Auntie of the week. Long
Don't
story.
do her. Don't do her. Not too much.
don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'll be back down there. Don't even worry about it.
Not too much on the aunties
No,
now.
I'm gonna tell you, Qwueen. You old when they call you Auntie.
But them kids love
Auntie is good. I take Auntie all day. Well, not me.
You don't take Auntie? I was about to say, oh, okay.
Not me.
Damn, Tim, what you got going on over there?
Not me.
Role reversal? Your new name
He didn't get his whole nap, so we ain't going.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
His new name is Mr. Auntie. That's you from now on.
I don't know if I'm coming or going. So, so anyway, in the words of a great philosopher named Marvin Sapp, close those doors. Close those doors. We want to sow a seed tonight. So if you're looking at the bottom of your screen, please subscribe. That costs you nothing. To sow that seed. And share it. That costs you nothing to share this broadcast right now to anybody that's in the car game. Everybody in the car game, share this right now by the sound of my voice. We're going to get into it. And if you would be so kind.
Nighthawk said, you going to jail.
You going to jail? Hit that like button. Hit that share button right now. We got a great show coming up for y'all. If you want to donate, $, Cash App. Atlanta CarCast all day, or you can hit that $ and donate to the cause so we can keep bringing you this great content. Hello, everybody in the chat. So yeah, Miss TJ, how was your week? Take it away. It was good.
I had a rough week. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I had a rough week. I don't feel good, and I don't really know what's wrong.
You got a Mr. Auntie in the house.
Almost made me spill my yak.
That's not funny. It's not funny, Skip. I don't even feel like playing with you today. It's been an interesting week. I'm glad tomorrow is Friday. That's all I have to say.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Follow that up, Skip. Go ahead.
I'm glad you, Nate.
Oh, glad.
When people want to play, it's okay, but when they don't, it ain't.
Ain't nobody playing with you though. Ain't nobody. Look, did we say
Not
anything?
today you weren't, but last week you led the show off fucking with me. The whole show, both of y'all. I ain't forgot.
Wait.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
Not me.
Anyway, great weekend, man. Outside of a little bit of rain we had, man, everything was great, man. We lived. Well, we gonna see another day, hopefully, with God's blessings. And,
Thank you, Nighthawk.
We got. Oh, he gonna pay because he late. He paid his fine, y'all.
Okay.
But that picture is crazy. He really looks like blame it on the put that picture back up there.
Yeah.
That
And you got the desert behind him. It's a Casey and JoJo video.
I ain't gonna lie. Them boys was fine as hell. They was fine as hell.
Who was?
Millie Vanilli. That's what blame it on the rain. You don't see it?
I know who they were, but I'm not finna go. You said they were fine. They ain't got
they were.
To
they
who?
Were.
Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like no squinty eyes niggas. Like you doing all that. No.
What the man? Do it again. You don't like no what? No. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
John says, I know him.
I know that.
We're gonna keep putting this in there. We're gonna sow a seed tonight. We're gonna sow a seed. Close that door. I said close that door. We're gonna sow a seed tonight. Qwueen Kong, what it do?
This been a normal. I didn't think it was no show I went to this weekend. I think I chilled. It was time.
I'll be right back.
I think I chilled, relaxed. What else happened during the week? I quit a job, had a job interview.
You already got 17 jobs.
I do. You know, these cars got to get done.
Yeah,
they got to get done, and I don't want to wait. But other than that, it's been a relaxing week of one of the few during the summer, especially when it's car show season. So it's been a relaxing week, and I'm thankful for that.
Indeed.
How about
me?
you,
Same old. I'm starting to get a little nervous. I'm starting to get nervous. Some of the stuff I'm seeing on the internet that's happening in this country is starting to make me very nervous. Some of the things that people are saying, some of the things that are happening, some of the things that the president is saying. This is not a political podcast, but I am starting to get fucking nervous. When you're talking about opening up Alcatraz, and it's like it is getting fucking nuts.
A lot of the stuff that he's saying he can't do. He has no control over Alcatraz. It's state ran. It's not a federal penitentiary, so he has no say so on whether it's opened or not. That's what he would like. A lot of this shit still has to be approved. So for him to say all that dumbass shit is to get a rise. Thank you.
Yes. And then the whole thing with when he was getting interviewed and the dude was like, that's Photoshop. That's not MS-13 on his knuckles. And he was like, yes, it is. He was so adamant about that tattoo being what it was. Oh my, it's just like the rest of the world has to be laughing at us, and this is getting really, really comical.
They've been laughing at us, but see, the crazy thing is the Republicans can't see. or they ignore the fact. You see this man losing his mind every time he opens his mouth. You see that he has no clue about the office that he has. But if Trump says it, gas $1.98 a gallon. It's $3.24 all across the country. The lowest I've seen yet. But he says $1.98, so they believe him. If Trump says
it's like groceries came down. The grocery prices are down. Where?
Nowhere.
He don't buy groceries. He's never bought groceries.
Nowhere.
Listen, I tried to Instacart. Well, I wanted to get some bottled water because I drink a lot of water. And I was going to order the water on Kroger to pick it up, but they charge $4.95 to pick it up, right? It's $1 more on their website to pick up, to order, to pay $4.95. So then I said, no, I'll go to Instacart. Go to Instacart, the same case of water at the same Kroger is $6.99. The fuck?
Everybody's using the tariff to their advantage.
$6.99 for 24 water?
But they're using the tariff thing to their advantage. They're trying to make it sound like everything now is affected by the tariffs, and it's not. The question was posed to me, are you going to go up on your trophies? The only way I'll go up on my trophies overall is if everything I buy goes up. All of the trophy parts don't come from China, so it's not going to affect me 100%. So when people say, oh, man, it's affecting everybody, no, it's not. It's really not. But in the grand scheme of things, if I had a huge business like 4 or 5 stores, then I would feel it. But no, everybody's going to use it to their advantage, and that's crazy.
I mean, it's almost like we need a fucking break. Like the country just needs a timeout, and can we just take like 2 weeks off? Like everybody.
It won't happen unless long as he's
like everything should just stop for 2 weeks.
Hey, we already had that now. Hold on.
What?
We already had that during COVID. We already had that now when it was
that's a different kind of break, though. That's a different kind of break.
We already had that. Be careful about the break you about to ask for. We already had that.
Like black people got so much to deal with already. You know, just another incident with the kid that got, unalived by the police, and the father ran over the cop and unalived him. We got all of that going on. You got Diddy going to court.
I think that Diddy going to court shit, they need to leave that shit alone. I'm so sick of hearing it.
It's too much. We don't need anything extra. And it's like everything from the federal level, it's just extra noise. It's like it's too much. Anyway.
Yeah. And about deporting the US citizens, it's naturalized US citizens. So naturalized US citizens, which is still crazy.
And the thing about that is it's a little more deeper than him just saying, get him out of here. It ain't that simple. People take the thing and say, oh yeah, he's your sister, get him out of here. Like she said, naturalized. It's a play on it. So
but still, like you're sending people away without giving them the due process of the law. So,
and he just appointed another attorney general that aligns with him. The lady out of New York, Pura, whatever.
Yeah. Did y'all see the letter that the Secretary of Education sent to Harvard? Did you see how someone corrected the grammar on it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just shaking my head.
I missed that one.
Ooh. Anyway, moving along.
And then you gotta have another ID to get on a plane now.
Fuck. No, you don't. No, you don't. Those of us in Georgia, let's stand corrected on this. Those of us in Georgia already has we have real ID. Other states didn't have ID in the same capacity. So we're good.
Well,
we have it. I don't know why everybody rushing South Carolina rushing to get it unless they was getting on a plane this morning.
That's pretty much what was happening.
So what was the point? You acting like you couldn't go anywhere if you didn't have it today. You weren't going anywhere today. You weren't flying anywhere today.
Right.
They're like the ID's gonna run out like water, eggs or some shit.
Right. Exactly. They can't print no more stars on them. We got to go get them.
That man, you say he's done it. Of course he has, but that wasn't an American-born citizen. That was a person that got their citizenship that was deported. I know exactly what you're talking about, sir.
Anyway, moving along. This is a car show.
Yeah. Mhm.
You talking about car
All
stuff?
the chickens. Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly, because I know it was a couple things went over this past weekend. Had a little bit of rain, so we're gonna talk about
Good,
it.
the bad, and the ugliest. Only on Atlanta CarCast.
All right. So we had Skip's show, right? This past weekend. You want to talk about
It wasn't my show, but I was there.
it? Right.
The 5th annual Ladies of, I forgot, Men of Banks and Ladies.
Banks,
No, Men of Banks and Ladies something. But anyway,
elite ladies.
Elite Ladies car show.
How did you forget that?
Thank you
Crazy.
because I had a lot of shit on my mind. I got a big ass head. It's a lot of
Okay.
shit up there.
That is true.
Raising that head ass man.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Anyway, the show itself, man, for the people that came out, thank you. Kudos. I shouted y'all out. I'm gonna shout y'all out again. No, I'm not. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Takes too long.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
the rain lasted all of 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. And the skies opened up, it cleared up, and we ended up having a great show for the people that came. I want to give a big shout out to Batman of Theme Cars Are Us. Him and his wife came through and they did not bring their cars. And they paid an entry fee and then they bought some food, et cetera, and then they left. There was a kid there, and I hate to use the word special needs. He's on the spectrum, but he's super, super smart. Like he's genius level for his age.
Right.
And all he kept saying was, where the Batman car? Where the Batman car? The Batman car. Now, I didn't want to say, well, he ain't coming, knowing he had already been there, not with his car, and left. I didn't call Batman the number. He came back with his car. Now, this boy, he's not non-sociable, but he was in his mom's SUV playing with his little RC car, little cars and houses and making buildings or whatever. And he looked up, and Batman's car was pulling in. And he acted like a puppy trying to get out of a kennel, crawling out of that truck. Long story short, he went over there. Batman let him get in the car. He was all starstruck. And then when we gave out the awards, he wanted to take a picture with Batman. So Batman squatted down, took the picture with him. And he hugging Batman's leg as if, he his daddy or something like that. And Batman turned around and gave that boy that trophy.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
said to my biggest fan, that kid hugged that damn trophy like he had been given $1 million. You hear me?
That is amazing.
And his parents were like, man, who was that dude? Tell him I said thank you, blah, 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 blah. So shout out to Batman, man, for being Johnny on the spot with that. Because I didn't think you were going to bring your car back out because of the weather. So good shit, man. I really appreciate that. And there's video of it. I think I tagged you in it. But good stuff, man. And to everybody that came out and supported us, man, I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all.
That's dope.
That's what's up. So that brings quick question, like sidebar. I don't want to bring us in a tangent. So do we need more of that, where some of these elite or top tier builds take a weekend off, but they still support? Because sometimes, I know, speaking for Batman, I don't know this personally, but sometimes you don't feel like fucking with that car, but you still want to go out there.
Well, in his defense, it was because of the weather that they didn't bring their cars out.
Right.
But because they're so into the support aspect of it, they showed up.
Right.
And they still got entry fees as if their cars were there. So I guess when, like I told you, it cleared up in Marietta. I mean, it got light and everything. So he was home. He was like, you know what? This is clear enough for me to bring my car back. And he came back on his own accord. I didn't call him or nothing.
Wow.
So again, this is one of those things to where let me go, because if it hadn't been the weather, I would have been there anyway. So shout out to him. And like I said, to be Johnny on the spot and to think about how impressed that child is gonna be forever and a day because of that.
Oh yeah.
That's good stuff, man. And we need to think about these car shows when these children come around, man, and they ooh and ah at your car. It might not be just because you got big rims. It could be because that's my punch plate. That's my favorite car. That's my favorite color or whatever. So
you gotta think about it. Like specifically boys, Like it's something wired in their brain to play with cars as kids.
Right.
No matter, what their futuristic gender may be or sexuality may be, they are all wired. You can give them a car at 1 year old and they already know. They already know. They're gonna crash them together, yada yada yada. So we didn't have car shows when we were kids. We used to sit on the porch in the hood and play bingo or that's my car. And you would just hope that car would make another round or you would see it again, or it had the music, you know what I'm saying? That's what we did. So yeah, these kids definitely should be thankful for these different advantages. All of the technology, you can see everything on YouTube. We had none of this stuff. We just had to dream, literally dream of shit.
We had Punch Bug. It's my car.
Yep.
That's my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyway, so
Did you just say my big ass Beamer like you got the biggest car captivity or some shit? That was goddamn trucks and everything out there this weekend. My Beamer too low, that way down at the way. I want to hear that shit.
It is an M5. I'm just saying.
Okay, come watch this truck.
M5 is not the biggest one they make.
It's
Watch this
not.
truck.
Okay, thank you. See, it's M5. So.
Nah. I mean, but really, I think sometimes that people, they don't feel like going through all the hoopla of competing. You got to come out there, you got to put all your props out, you got to put your rugs out, you got to do your wheels, you got to wipe it down,
You would have to do that if it wasn't raining.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying sometimes I think people want to break, but they still want to come out and support. So I think we might need a little bit more of that. So yeah, that's what's up. Queen Kong, you was in these streets this past weekend?
No, I was relaxing this past weekend. Relaxing. We did buy a puppy though. So
Aww. What kind?
A Frenchie.
Okay.
For the kids, give them some responsibility over the summer.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got to be on them kids by watching that dog. They got to get used to that dog.
Hey, it's a different level over in this house. Y'all, that dog will be go back. Yeah, get that dog back.
All right, so we about to do a lightning round of factor cap, and we was talking pre-production, and I want y'all in the chat real quick from the sound of my voice. Tell me if I'm crazy, because some of these people in these boxes agree with me, some of them don't. All right, factor cap.
Oh shit!
Sugar on grits. Put it in the comments.
No sugar.
Put it in the comments. Sugar on grits. Factor cap. I want to see it. I want to see it real quick. I got more. Factor cap. Sugar on grits. Oh, we got a cap. You son of a bitch.
John Bragg. I know what an M5 is. While they doing that, John Bragg, I know exactly what an M5 is, man. They some badass cars. I never said it.
Big cap, Icon King, big cap.
Big cap.
Nighthawk says, hell exactly. No. Where are y'all from?
No,
James Edwards is from Michigan, and he said, hell no. How about that?
I'm telling you, he from the woods. Mark from the woods.
He from a different part. Like he
Okay.
Sugar.
Okay. All right. I got another one. Y'all ready? All right. Reset. Chat. Factor cap.
Just don't let it be sugar.
No. It ain't gonna be sugar. Factor cap. Mustard on chili dogs. Mustard on. All right, Miss TJ. Mustard on chili dogs.
I don't like chili dogs.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't really too much.
Everybody like a good chili dog. You put mustard on it?
No,
I don't like chili dogs.
I do not.
You do not put mustard on it?
Do you eat chili and just chili when it's cold and put mustard on it? Of course not. So why in the fuck would you put it on a chili dog?
Because it tastes good.
I got no just. I know M5 is a badass car, man. I never said it wasn't. Somebody said it was the biggest one. It's not the biggest car BMW makes. Is all I said. I didn't say it wasn't the baddest, because it is.
I got facts.
Anyway,
I got facts on the chili dog. On the chili dog.
They all like the chili dog, huh?
Okay. All right. Skip, you got one? Give me a factor cap.
I can't think. I come back to me. I think of something.
Let me see.
Oh, I got it. Spaghetti and fish.
Cap.
Oh, that's big fact.
That's big
Cap.
Big fact.
Big fact. Ugh.
All you country ass niggas that think that that's 2 meals, kiss my ass. That is not 2 meals.
Hold on. He's
Spaghetti,
Mikey. He's Mikey.
fish.
He'll eat anything. It don't matter.
Look. Your fellow Michigan guy say hell yeah. Let me ask y'all a question. Spaghetti, does it have hamburger in it or ground beef in it or turkey or whichever meat you choose?
Yup.
So you're gonna have 2 meats. You're gonna have 2 meats, and you say that's a meal, correct? What other 2 meat meal do you eat?
Skullkeeper said, "What the hell? What
Exactly.
the hell? What the hell, Barry?
What the hell? What the hell y'all take?
Protein.
What the hell, Cyrus?
2 types of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's 2 types of spaghetti. What's the other type?
Hey,
I want to know what the other type of spaghetti
Now
is.
we about to
Meatball
get
and meat
real
paste.
interesting.
The fuck?
Meatballs.
Meat paste? Miss TJ, have you ever heard of meat paste?
Yes.
What the hell is that?
It's just where the meat is ground into the spaghetti sauce. That's the technical term.
So it's still meat.
Yeah. Instead of having meatballs, you have the ground meat in the sauce. Some people, okay, in more elaborate terms, it would be called meat sauce, not paste.
Gotcha. Potted meat. Skullkeeper. What the hell you know about potted meat?
Somebody said that's the food stamp brand.
No.
All right,
Wow.
so Qwueen, come. We know you from a country ass state. Give us one more fact to cap from the great state of South Carolina that y'all may do that other people may not do.
I got one though, but it's gonna be real
I don't know if it's South Carolina. This is what I saw. I don't do this now. Ketchup on the eggs.
I do that.
No, cap.
That's interesting.
I do that.
That's cap all night.
Now, I don't do it at home, but like if I go to a restaurant or something, I'll mix my ketchup and my eggs and hash browns together on the plate, and I'll put ketchup on it and mix it all up. But that was just something I did. I didn't grow up doing it. I recently did that. Yeah. So
hold on, y'all. I gotta go get my packages off the porch. They just dropped them off. The reacher's upstairs.
That means she rich. Got all that
All right,
shit coming in.
You got the final one. Make it good.
Okay.
The final fact to cap.
This might not be something people are familiar with, but if you go to a bodega in New York and you get a chopped cheese and you put a donut or a Twinkie in it,
A chopped cheese?
Yes, a chopped cheese sandwich with a Twinkie.
Oh.
Is that fact or cap?
Wait, you mean that the donut is the bread?
No, it's inside.
So a cheese sandwich, 2 pieces of bread and cheese, and then you put a Twinkie in the middle of it.
Yeah, bussin'.
I don't know. I eat both of them, but that's just like that spaghetti and fish shit. I don't know nobody.
No, it's so good. It's so good. It's so
It's
good.
sweet,
I'm gonna bring you one.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. Anyway, Teddy by Shy understands what I'm saying. She said, "I need a chopped cheese," or I need a chopped cheese right now.
Well, growing up now, we would take 2 pieces of bread, put mayonnaise on them, and slice a banana up.
Oh, that's gross. But let me tell you, my brother, he was the king of just any kind of sandwich, mayonnaise sandwich, a mustard sandwich. He would do like a cinnamon toast, a syrup sandwich. Disgusting. Sugar.
I've done
sugar
not
sandwich.
Sugar, but syrup. I've done that.
My mama used to make some fire cheese and sugar toast.
Huh? How you?
I can see that. I can see that.
Am I really this country?
I can see the cheese and sugar.
How'd you do that?
You get the bread, you put some butter on it, and you
didn't say butter.
Sugar on it.
You didn't say butter. I was wondering how it was gonna stick.
That's a little butter. So you got sugar toast, and then you had cheese toast.
I can see that. My brother would have ate that.
Well, we
Definitely
had syrup sandwiches, we had sugar sandwiches.
Your mama diabetic. She was diabetic though, wasn't she? Because who the fuck, excuse me, eating a goddamn sugar sandwich?
She was very diabetic. She was very.
Sugar
Very
sandwich.
diabetic.
Oh, I could see a cinnamon sugar toast, but not just a plain sugar toast.
He said he grew up on that. All right. I got one more, and one more. We're gonna move on. All right.
Sweet cornbread is really good.
Fact or cap? Is turning the radio? Does turning the radio down make you see better when you're in traffic?
Hell yeah. That's a fact.
I'll say it again.
Oh my God.
You need to focus. You need to concentrate. You turn the radio down so you can see better.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
I think it's one of those things where the reason the radio is turned down because it's a distraction. It'll deter you from thinking about something. It'll deter you about looking whether I'm going right or left, or it'll deter you from answering the question because the radio talking will get your attention off of what you're trying to focus on. So everybody does it.
Let me tell you, Mr. He gotta turn the radio down and roll the window down to make a turn. Blind ass.
That's facts. I'm 2 times as bad. For me to really concentrate, and it could be a untinted window in broad daylight. If I'm really confused, that window coming down, that radio turning down.
Yes. Oh,
this man been in Atlanta for 20 years and don't know how to go nowhere without GPS.
Nowhere.
What's wrong with that?
At all.
Nowhere.
What?
I live where I live, and sometimes to go to Columbia, GPS, give me the address.
She's talking about in Atlanta. He ain't talking about in your town. You know how to get around your town with your eyes closed.
Nah, this ain't my town. Hold on. For the people in the chat, I'm not from here. Okay. Let's make that a fact.
It doesn't matter. In your town, do you need GPS to go anywhere? This motherfucker need to get GPS to go down the street. Like, where is it?
Yes, I do, for real. Because I don't know street names unless it's my street name or a main. Like if they ask me at the doctor, what pharmacy do you use, and it's more than one CVS and they got the street, oh no, I don't know. Send it wherever. I just have to go to all of them.
One advice. I know exactly where I'm going, how to get there. I can go to places over and over again, straight off memory.
No.
In all kind of cities, all over the world. That's just weird. Y'all are interesting.
I'll be someplace else.
Sense is sharp.
Yeah, when the police gets behind you, you do need to be deaf, like for real.
Yeah, you gotta turn that shit all the way down.
Now, if I'm backing up, oh yeah.
I had one more.
You like your pictures on the GPS too, mister?
Yeah, I'm real old school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, real old school. Straight up.
Wow.
Straight up. And I've been riding GPS. I've been riding GPS way too long. I've been riding GPS since TomTom. I forgot that other brand back in the day. Garmin.
Yeah,
yes.
Garmin.
I've been riding GPS since then, way before Waze and all the other stuff. I've been riding GPS,
but you still don't know how to go anywhere.
MapQuest. Oh yeah,
that's
true. I really
Make
don't.
that make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a special guest coming up to the stage. Miss TJ, can you introduce this great person?
This lady coming up to the stage is someone who is near and dear to my heart. She's extremely special to the car club community. She hasn't been around for a long time, but her impact is tremendous. So with no further ado, let's bring Miss Lady Icon to the stage.
Yes. What's up, though? What's up? You muted.
She got them fingernails. She can't touch her screen.
I said, let me turn my camera so y'all won't talk about me. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. You got to turn it sideways.
Hold on.
It's always the non-Apple users that have a hard time with that.
Hold on,
Mm,
hold on.
mm,
Pump
mm.
your brakes.
Don't do us. Don't do us.
Chris,
Don't please
Chris.
don't do us.
You just got did. You had to do
I
all that
love
mashing and
my
poking just to
Android.
turn
I
the phone to
cannot
the side.
stand an iPhone.
It's okay.
What?
It's
Well,
okay.
Don't knock
welcome
it.
back. Welcome
Don't knock
back.
it to
Hey
the side.
y'all,
What up?
Hey, how you been?
chilling,
Chilling.
chilling.
So you're here because you have something coming up on this Saturday. Tell us what's
Yes. So let me go back to conception of this here project. So we went to y'all
South,
remind me
South Carolina.
South
Charlotte for a car show, and we were
Charleston.
introduced. I'm sorry.
Charleston.
Oh,
Charleston,
Charleston,
South Carolina.
Charleston. And
Mm-hmm.
we were introduced. We went to a women's car show. Got connected with a young lady, Tia, myself, Skip. We were out there, and she was telling us how she was, she was traveling around doing the car shows, and she had did one in Atlanta a few years prior to that. But she was like, "I'm tired of doing this. It's expensive and things like that." And I was like, "Oh, how about we take this to Atlanta?" And we started doing something, just to promote the ladies movement, because like Tia said, I haven't been around for a while. Street Royalty has been a club for 5 years. We're celebrating our 5th year this year. So we're not technically old school to the game, but we love cars, we love the energy, and I didn't see a lot of sisterhood when I came along. I don't know what happened prior to my time, but I didn't see that. And then a lot of the car shows, we have women out here with badass cars, but we never showcase them. And it's always the guys coming out. The women would come in as well and get, best female and things like that. But it wasn't something geared to the women. So got with my big sis Tia, Miss can do it all. And we talked
What?
about it, and we said, let's do it in Atlanta. And this is our 2nd year. So I'm so excited.
Second year.
Yes.
My sister's keeper.
Yep.
My sister's keeper.
Mother's Day edition.
Mother's Day
Oh,
edition.
yeah.
So tell us what is to be expected. First of all, it's rain or shine.
Rain or shine, I've been obsessed over the weather. My husband too. He's like, "Babe, it's gonna rain." "Oh no, it's not. It's gonna rain." "Oh no, it's not." So we've been obsessed over the weather, tracking it every day. But rain or shine, it last I looked earlier, it was down to 20%. So fingers crossed that it continued to decrease for us. But we just have a lot of things. We have gifts for the moms. We want the men to come out as well. It's not only a women's car show. Last year, what we did was we had the women driving their husbands' cars or their, and bring their mothers and things like that. But this year, we wanted to incorporate the men as well. My Sister's Keeper car show, we also encourage all the guys to come out, bring them dope rides out there. We do have awards for you all as well. Just come out. So we'll have some gifts. We're doing some raffles. We're going to recognize a few people. So just have a good time.
That's right. That's right. So also just because a lot of people have asked, well, in the event of rain, listen, Bubba's 33 is a restaurant. So we will be in the parking lot of Bubba's 33. There's also a patio. So we will be well covered in the event that it does rain. Make sure you come out, support. There's so many dope female writers in Atlanta and surrounding areas. We want to see you. We want to recognize you. We want you to come and show up. This is for you specifically. But we also want to celebrate the men that are with us. So, we would love to have your support in this. It's not an expensive show. It's $25 registration for ladies, $15 registration for men, and a $5 spectator fee. And we do want you to, patronize Bubba's 33 at the same time. So that's really a big part of this, is just trying to work with our communities and the businesses in the communities that want to see us. They've allowed us to come use their parking lot, and we definitely want to support them as well.
And I
So,
tell you, Bubba's got some bomb ass food. Their food
Really?
is, yeah, their burgers are good. We went a couple of weeks ago, I think 2 Saturdays ago. The wings are really good, so they have good drinks too. So yeah, please come out and support them.
Do they got nigger pepper wings?
I believe so. They have nigger pepper wings. Yes, I believe so.
this guy, I absolutely.
Let me add this too, man. All you guys out here, all you car club members, all you car club founders, if y'all don't bring y'all ass out this weekend and support these women for something that's just, it's more about them than it is us men, then y'all need y'all asses whooped. Because as soon as y'all need the support, you fall back on your women or your female friends or what have you. Let's put them to the front, man, where they belong. Let's show up. Last week, it was a 70% chance of rain. It rained for 30 minutes. She was there. She was there. She saw how it cleared up. It opened up. It's only a 20% chance this weekend. So, again, I get it if you just don't want to bring your car in the rain. But it don't mean you can't come support. So we got to scratch each other's backs in this game. And we're going to talk about this some more later on. But we got to do this. We got to make sure we keep this thing rolling.
And just to let y'all know, in the rain and all, Skip danced his ass off Saturday.
You got the video? You got the video?
Yes, it's on the Street Royalty page. It's on there.
Okay.
It wasn't all that. It wasn't like they making a sound. Don't do that. They played some Florida music, and hey, look, this guy. They were like, and I looked around. Everybody was looking at me. I'm like, I don't know.
That's right.
Hey, Sister Black, how you doing?
In the spirit of Mother's Day, right? I want all of you guys to reflect, because everybody love their mama. The daddies don't never get no love, but everybody love mama. They love Mama's Day. So I want all y'all to, even in the chat, real quick, because I'm asking a lot of questions tonight. It's gonna be fun. Think back to all of the cars that your mother drove. What was the dopest car that your mama had that you was like, ooh, I see what you did. You did that when she pulled up at the house. Because they don't take you to the car lot. You're not involved in the process as a child. Mama had that one car. You was like, what's that one car your mama had?
My mama had a 79 Grand Prix. And I asked her, I said, Mama, can I have that car? And she actually kept that car until I was able to drive. And that was my first car that was all mine.
Ooh, a Regal G-Body. Okay.
My mom had
these cars.
Yeah, my mom had an SUV. I just can't remember what it was, but that's why I fell in love with SUVs. I used to catch myself jumping in that car all the time, but I can't remember the name of it. And it was green too. It was cute.
Queen Kong, I know you're a mama's girl.
A Jeep Cherokee?
Yep, that's it. The Cherokee. My sister no.
But my mama had, it's like a 1994 or whatever Eagle Talon. You with the little on the hood. Yes. Yeah. No, not the Eclipse. The Eagle. Wait, yeah.
It's
it is. It's a Mitsubishi. Yeah, it is. With the little hump on the hood, on the passenger side. Yeah. She had one of them. It was red too.
It had a small turbo.
It was red too.
Okay.
Miss TJ.
My mom had like a Plymouth Dodge Boo, and then she had a Saturn. Boring, whatever.
Boring.
Yeah, I almost listen. A true story. She was driving one day down Panola Road, real slow, and I must have cursed her out like this. The lane, and I sped by, and I looked up. I was like, "Damn, that's my mom."
Oh.
But she didn't need to be driving. It was time we had to take her driver's license. Like we had to literally take the license, take her keys, and just take them. Period. She was horrible.
1984 fire engine red Firebird. That is a great choice. Well, mine was, you couldn't tell me nothing. Okay. My mother pulled up. I can't remember the year. but it was the Lincoln Continental with the tire in the back.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
They call that the fifth wheel. The fifth wheel.
With the digital and the electric roll up windows. Like never unheard of now.
Probably was 82 or 83.
I went to school and I told them niggas don't talk to me. We rich. Don't talk. We have a Lincoln Continental.
Wow.
Mama leather seats.
Big pimping.
Baller.
We was shit.
Lady, I
Love
tag
that
me in that thing, that video with me dancing. Supposedly, I looked on your page. I don't see it.
Okay, I thought I tagged you. Okay, I'll look for it.
Yeah, what kind of car? What kind of car your mom had?
I just said a 79 Pontiac Grand Prix that I asked her not to get rid of it because it was a G body, but it was like they were making race cars out of it when I was growing up. So I was gonna make that my race car, and she ended up buying other cars, but she kept it for me. And when I got my license, finally, she said, well, "That's your car." It don't run, but my stepdaddy put another motor in it, and yeah.
Well, she kept
It's
it.
a lot of those. It's a lot of those cars back then that, when you really think about it, if they came back out with some of them cars, like my mama had a Grand Am. Like, remember when they first made them? First Grand Ams was kind of fucking fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
They were.
They were some of the first cars with fuel injection. So they were really get up and go. They were some of the first cars that came out with fuel injection. That's what made them.
I ain't gonna lie, like them 90s model Maxima, the box ones.
Yes.
Oh, them box Maximas were the shit. I like those.
Shit and get.
Yeah.
A little 2.5 liter engine, a whole ass.
What? Really?
The
Was it the arrow hatch?
The bubble back window where it was round instead of square. That's what the arrow. It was.
Oh yeah, the bubble.
Arrow. Yep.
And the 90s series, those Acura Legends were nice too back then.
The Integra and the Prelude. Remember the Prelude?
Yeah. The Prelude was a little coupe.
Yes, sir. Wow. And it would get somewhere too.
Yeah.
The 2x2 was normally reserved for Camaros, Trans Ams, and 300ZXs. And that just meant 4 people could get in it, but the 2 people in the back seat had to be children because it really wasn't.
Nothing's changed. It's still the same in a Camaro.
Put my 6-disc CD player in the back in the trunk.
Yes.
Oh sir. Yeah.
I got to have my playlist right. You got to know which 6 was gonna go in.
Those 6 stayed in there. You never take them out the
But you always been an audio girl, huh?
Yeah.
That makes remember the pull out radio, not the detachable face, the pull out where you take the whole radio.
When you had that pull out radio, you had that. That's when you had that money.
Man, I had to have it. I always like music too, boy. Walking in the club, radio in your hand like a purse.
Oh my gosh!
What? Or you get ready for that road trip and you got that book of music, the book of CDs?
Oh yeah, I still got mine.
Oh, we still got one here too.
Yeah,
man. We have VCR tapes.
We do too.
Not
VCR, but we got
like 100 of them. All the movies, we've got DVDs, and we won't throw that shit away.
You still got VCR tapes?
Huh?
You still have VCR tapes?
Yes.
Yeah, VHS tapes. Yes.
When I say tapes, I'm talking about 50 to 100 of them.
Oh wow!
We collected everything.
That's crazy.
Like we still got DVD collections, the whole series of Martin and all that.
Yep, that's yep.
Oh, Yugo.
Wow.
It's interesting you talk about those. If I could find a Yugo right now, I would buy it in a heartbeat. For people that don't know, a Yugo was a car that they made in Yugoslavia, and some kind of way it passed our standards here, and brand new the car was $3,500.
Oh wow!
There were people going to the lot buying 3 and 4 of them at a time, but they were little box cars. But now, and they had a little 2-cylinder, 1-cylinder engine, and they just drove forever. And I think they lasted 2-3 years, and that was it. But the Yugos was shit. The Fox Capri, that was a Mustang. That was one of the first Mustangs, the Fox Capri. One of the first Mustang bodies, I'm gonna say that. Not one of the first Mustangs.
Dang, that was. Ooh, so yeah, if they came back, I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me get that. Yeah.
The Ford Escort. Y'all remember the little square body Ford Escort?
Oh yeah.
I had one.
Man, 5
Hate
speed.
that car.
Shit.
Man.
Everybody
I
had
had
one. I
one.
hated those cars. Ugh.
Oh, them cars was we.
The GT was fire. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
one more thing. Why I got you, Qwueen. I want your opinion on this. Should this be a thing? I'm gonna put something on the screen, and I saw,
Is
and
it queen or
if you
lady
saw this on the
icon?
internet, you know, I like to show y'all what's on the internet. Have we seen this? This is, they call it the Slate. The company's called Slate, basically meaning you can start from a clean slate. And this picture here, I can make it bigger. I didn't make it bigger. Wait a minute.
Well, that's this one. That's the one on the screen. That's the one on the right. Yeah.
Okay. The big picture on the right, that's the base model, right? So imagine a car company where you can get a base model and you can get everything else a la carte. So this thing doesn't even have a radio on it. Doesn't have a radio in it. Doesn't have, you can put a hard top, turn it to an SUV. You can put phone holders in it. You can put everything. This base model costs $20,000.
And that's why they ain't gonna catch on.
What?
Why would you pay $20,000 for something without a radio? The minimal shit. Everything you add it's almost like when you go to a high dollar restaurant, a la carte.
No.
That don't make sense.
Yeah, give me the meal.
Show the SUV one, the white one down at the bottom.
Let's see.
That looks like a Cherokee.
Mm.
Yeah,
that's kind of fire.
I think that's kind of fire, Skip.
I didn't say it didn't look good. I didn't say
that's
that.
Cheap. That's
but
cheap.
If the base model starts at 20,000,
well, that one is 27. That's not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you seen how much a Hyundai costs these days? Have you seen how much a Toyota costs these days?
Yeah.
You can make this whatever you want from wrapping it. I just thought this was a real creative idea.
But the thing about it, it's still a two-door. It's still a two-door.
Hard. That looks like a Range Rover, an older Range Rover.
Yep. But Mark, it's still a two-door at the end of the day. And then big people, you don't see too many guys 6'4", 6'5", or a woman 6'1" with a two-door SUV. So unless you're in the market for a truck that you can customize, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, maybe the starting price should be lowered. Maybe starting at 20, that's too high.
20,000 is cheap.
With no radio, just the base, just the box and the chairs and the motor.
The base Maverick was supposed to be 20,000. It won't be so because it would have to.
That's
be
interesting.
Or so to reach 20,000 out the door. So there's all the different type of connectors and different accessories. I just thought it was a great idea. I guess y'all don't.
It's not that it's not a great idea. It's just from my point of view, if I'm gonna get a base model of anything, it should have the minimal shit. AC, heat, radio. It could be automatic, manual windows. But
so let's rethink this radio thing. Okay. Does it come with some sort of audio, anything? Because who listens to the radio, really?
I don't listen to the radio no more.
But that's the thing. It seems like you wouldn't say it doesn't come with some type of audio. I mean, you wouldn't say it doesn't come with a radio if it comes with some type of audio, because, like you said, a lot of people don't listen to the radio. So for it to be Bluetooth, you have to have something.
Look at a Blazer.
2020 hybrid Maverick was $27K, 33 out the door with packages.
It's giving armored truck vibes. Look at it. Slate, gray armored truck, the boxy type of what it has going on. It's giving, when you put the heck part on it, it's giving.
Now that red one is cute.
No, mister, did you forget to tell them it's an EV?
Oh, girl. You know what? You know what? Don't even worry about it.
But see, but now here's the kicker for me. Since it's an EV, what's the mileage on the battery?
That part I don't know. I have
That would be the big catch
But
for me, because starting at
the
20
reason-
grand for an EV is excellent.
But see, here's the deal. We have to get past this. Everything is gonna be an EV. Let's just face it, y'all. I'm just being honest with you.
But
Most
the thing
damn near
about,
everything that's coming out is gonna be EV.
but the thing about it, though, Mark,
Okay.
is there are people still riding around with carburetors on cars. Remember when fuel injection came out? Ain't no more carburetors. They still riding around with cars with carburetors on them. So just because everything's gonna be EV doesn't mean they can't keep their gas vehicles.
Mm.
So Skip, to answer your question, it comes with two different types of battery packs. One that has 150 miles and the other 240.
Oh shit!
So
No, it's a no for me. The minimal, the regular cars now come with 240. I'm thinking 240 and something bigger. No,
But you're
125. What you wasting
You're only
time?
paying $20,000.
You're wasting time. 140 miles.
A base model Camaro or Charger is gonna run you 25 to 30.
no, they don't.
Look it up.
I think it's going to be a little bit more with these prices.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that's way cheaper than that.
A base model
And it's an
Toyota
EV.
won't. A base model Toyota won't.
Hold on, let me look it up. All right.
You compare
A
you
Camry?
compare it to a Camaro or a Challenger. You can get what's the
What you mean, a Corolla?
yeah, Corolla. Oh, my daughter just got a sweetheart. What type of car that you have? Quanda, what's the name of that car you have? A Kia Forte. Base model.
That's
That
different.
you
I
missed
said
my
25
point.
to
That's pretty
30.
much what that
25 to
is.
30. It's 32,000.
What's
Base model Camaro, 2025, brand new.
that? Mm-hmm.
You're paying $12,000 less for this.
And
You
it's
mean to tell
got
me
a
that's not-
radio, and it's got more horsepower, and it's more economical.
Yeah.
$12,000.
And you still, and on a
Economical.
full tank of gas, you'll get 300 miles.
Economical, I
And it
don't know
got an
about.
AC unit. Mhm.
Tia, you have an EV. If you got 140 miles to a charge, you couldn't pass a charging station. That's what I'm talking. $20,000 for 140 miles that's ridiculous.
It depends on where you're going. If you're driving it to work, do you drive 140 miles to work?
No, but okay. Y'all gonna make it economical. It's not for me.
Y'all,
It's just not.
it's funny.
It's
I
not.
just know I haven't
don't
paid
know
for gas, and
nobody
I
that-
can't tell you how long.
When you're doing
It just
research for
doesn't
cars,
get no
it's
more
certain things you look
economical
for.
than that.
Okay. I know one thing. You
I
can
don't
get a
know.
Kia Forte and fill it up with gas and ride all week. That 140 miles might get you through a day and a half.
I don't know nothing about saving or going far or nothing. With me, the vehicles in our driveway is gas, Gus. So
That's
All right,
all
Lady
you
Icon,
got.
you ain't chimed in, Lady Icon. What do you think? Save $12,000 or keep on buying Chargers and fucking Camaros?
hey,
I say I'm gonna keep on buying the Chargers and Camaros.
Or let's think about this. If you need to buy your child a car, what are we doing when we really need to make that decision? All right, my child is 16 or 18, whatever age you want to shell out that money, or 21 or whatever, and you really need to make a decision. Are you buying a base model of these muscle cars, or are you just going Toyota, something Kia, yada, yada, yada? And when you have this option,
I mean, it has to come with more than just just the seats and the engine, and we need AC, we need radio. Most base model cars.
it does have AC, y'all. Let's not be like, that's crazy.
But see, the
don't
thing
know.
is,
We don't know.
I'm not
I'm
putting
saying
I'm not putting a 16-year-old in a brand new car, even if it costs $10,000.
absolutely
I'm
not.
gonna give them
anyway.
something to see if they're responsible enough to take care of it, and then down the road, when I see the responsibility, we can go talk about getting something brand new. So
I
that
won't put them in the
for
EV
me.
anyway.
I'm sorry.
Responsibility. I won't put him in the EV. A 16-year-old, I wouldn't put him in the EV anyway. The responsibility. Look how adults are like on gas. Oh, I know my car. Think about a 16-year. Yeah, I know this charge. Yeah.
Well,
Whoa,
EV
whoa, whoa,
won't let
whoa.
you. It won't let
EV
you
won't
go.
let you do that though.
It won't let you get. It'll tell you, bitch, you need to charge.
Tia,
Is that what your car
Tia,
say, Jill?
how many times did your son run out of gas?
Man, he ran out of gas so many times. My son probably still runs
It's
out
the
of gas.
same thing. You either gonna
He just
run out
don't
of
call me no
gas
more.
or you're gonna run out of charge.
Or run out of charge.
But see, the
Being
difference is if you
responsible
run,
is being responsible. It don't matter what fucking car you got.
Mark. The difference
The
is
age.
if you run out of charge, it's got to be towed. You run out of gas, you can go get a gas can, put some gas in,
Yeah.
and come home.
Not true.
Yeah.
Not true. We're past that.
They have portable chargers.
Google it, Skip. Google it. Before you go
Yeah.
crazy, Google
Y'all
it.
wanna-
Mark,
y'all
I'm
wanna-
Somebody will pull up and charge your car.
Okay.
How long y'all-
He don't
And
believe
what's
it.
it
He don't
called? What's it
believe it,
called,
y'all.
Mark? What's it called?
Most of the time when you see Teslas on the side of the road, they're on the side of the road because they got tire issues,
Yeah.
not really because of charge issues.
Mm.
Oh, I'm not saying that people do that. I'm just saying in the case it happens, what's the name of the place that you can call to bring a charge to you, Mark? You said Google it. You
Google
must
it,
know it.
Skip.
You have an EV.
Google it.
No, I'm asking you. You have an EV. You can't tell me?
Google
Exactly. Exactly. You're going to have it towed.
No, you don't.
To a charge place versus.
No, you don't.
Okay, Mark. Well, you
You
can't
said
who it is,
you
so I
said
don't
you
know.
have to have it towed. That
Okay,
is
but
that is incorrect.
name
You
the
don't
place,
have
Mark.
to do shit.
But
You
name the
can
place.
Google it and you can find somebody that will pull up and charge your fucking car.
Right. Okay. Well,
They will give you
again,
enough charge.
I bet you it costs
to
more
get
than
to
a
a
gas
charger.
can and $5 worth of gas. I bet you.
It's the same
It
thing.
is not. You telling me
Actually,
you
it
gonna call
charges
somebody to
cheaper.
charge your car, pay them $5, $10 to come to you and then pay whatever it costs to
Oh
charge
my
it?
god.
Is that
Y'all
what
gonna
you
drive
said?
me to drink.
Spark Charge, In Charge Energy, Ever Charge. There's a bunch
And
of
they're
places.
here in Georgia?
Yeah.
And you can call them. Okay, do they say prices?
Charging is cheaper than gas.
I didn't
regardless.
ask that question. I asked you, do they say prices?
I didn't Google that part.
I know. Because it really ain't happening.
There you go again, moving the goalposts. Now he talking about price.
I'm not moving the goalposts, Mark.
We said at first, does it exist? You said no. I said yeah. Now, how much it cost?
It does, Mark. It does not. Listen, just because she Googled it don't mean it's active.
Carnage has a question.
Really?
Listen, man, it's a whole bunch of shit you can Google and say, oh, it's this, it's that, it's in testing phase, it's blah, 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 blah. You make it sound like it's going to be cheaper to call somebody to charge your car than it is to get a $10.
We wasn't talking about cost, Skip. You said it didn't exist.
Okay.
We weren't talking about cost.
All right.
Worry.
Okay, Carnage has a question.
I did say if you ran out of charge, I said if you ran out of charge,
right,
you would have to have that car towed versus going to get a gas can and $5 worth of gas and driving home. That's what I said. And
I said that's not true.
And you said that you could call somebody to charge, and I said it's not true. You can't tell me who.
I just told you.
She just told you who.
And
those companies exist.
Let me
they
see
exist.
what you're talking about. Hold on. Where'd you find it?
This is not the topic. Can we move on?
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
still
we got.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move
when
on.
you phone a
It's not
friend,
even
get
the
a
topic.
charge. They pull up like Uber Eats and charge your car. That's his question. No, I guess he's asking, will the friend charge your car?
No,
I don't fucking know.
No,
no. This is a business that does this.
Anyway, my sister's keeper.
Yes, y'all come out Saturday.
Invite showcase. You could bring your car. You could bring your truck. You could bring your bike. I might bring my Qwueen.
Bring it. Bring it.
Bring it. Okay, I got to figure that out. May 10th, that's this Saturday at Bubba's 33, 2925 Buford Drive, Suite 700. That's in Buford, Georgia. 30519. Over 30 trophies, games, food, and fun. There's a bingo game going on, y'all. A bingo game. Who likes to play bingo? Anybody? Y'all come pull up. $25 registration for ladies, $15 registration for men, $5 spectator fee, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Lots of fun.
Whole lot of fun. So, on that note, Lady Icon, how can people find you?
You can find me on IG, Lady Icon.
And how about Street Royalty?
Street Royalty. You can find us on IG and Facebook. On Facebook is SRAATL, and on IG is Street Royalty _ ATL.
All right. Thank you so much. You want to stay on and keep talking with us, or
I'm out.
You out? Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll
love
see
you guys
on Saturday. Love you too.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Boy, that
So-
Google is a beautiful thing.
On to the topic.
Yeah.
On to the topic.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't about the money,
Mm-hmm.
why are people throwing multiple annual car shows? If it ain't about the money. What's up, dope girl Nay? We see you.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see me get all this on here.
If it ain't about the money.
Yeah, if it ain't about the money.
What do y'all think?
My opinion is most people that throw multiple car shows are in it for the money and no other reason. They have a following. They've created, however they created the following. But to throw multiple car shows a year that really don't benefit the community, not just in name, but period, it's about the money. It's greed. You're raping the car scene. People that don't have show cars or not embedded in the car scene because of a build, a music build in Qwueen's case, or a show car build in Mark's case when he had the Camaro, et cetera, et cetera. Why are you throwing shows? Just to say, hey, I got an annual show. I get one show, maybe two, but 3, 4, and then charging these crazy amounts just because you can and there's nothing else to do. You're raping the car scene, my opinion. 5 in 1 year. Ooh. Who you talking about? I don't know nobody who don't 5 in 1 year.
Hey.
You know who he talking about.
5 in 1 year.
I know who he talking. Oh, just hit me. I'm not going there. I'm not getting on that. But I feel like, that person, if we on the same page, they raping the car scene. They're raping the car scene. That's what they're doing. I guess we're going to get people that say, what else is there to do? I get it, but there could be shows thrown for different reasons, or to support grand openings, to something for the children, something to give back to the women, or show them how much we appreciate them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Nash got the new keys. He charged $500 for registration.
Really?
What?
Yeah. I'm surprised y'all ain't brought it up before then. That's cool.
I didn't see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. What? Yeah, I'm so serious.
But everybody throws car shows for different reasons. Some people can say it's fundraising and still keep the money. Some people can say it's for an ailment, ALS, breast cancer, what have you, still keep the money. But it's all about how people rock with the car scene when it comes to me.
I think there's two things happening. Either you trying to get your money back, or you trying to make money. That's it.
But
when you say get your money back,
if you throw a unsuccessful show and you net a loss of $1,000, think about it. All right, let me do another one so I can get that stack back. Or if you throw one successful show and you net a profit of $2,000 or $3,000, now you have cash flow. So now I can make $2,000 or $3,000. That was easy. I got to do it again. And then the next year you do 2. The next year you do 3, and it just keeps going. And you will never stop because now you're getting consistently $2,000 or $3,000.
I'll tell y'all something. They really didn't like. I made a post in 2019. I had to go and find it too. I made sure I screenshot it. But it was back then. I was talking a little junk. I said, put into your car shows what you put into your cars. if you have a trash car, I bet it'll be a trash show.
Ooh.
Man, the way the hate was written, boy, they didn't like
I don't
me,
agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I mean, I was just it was 2019, but I made it. But I say I like people to put in the effort. Don't just throw. Let me just throw a car show next weekend. I'm gonna pop up a flyer. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? If you want to invest, put the time in. Like I say, if you do, especially if you're in the culture, you're putting the time. Do the same thing that you was doing for your car for the show.
I get that.
Don't just throw a pop up show.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But you know, some people put, like you yourself, you put an ass load of money in your truck, an ass load of it, and you transport it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's money every week. So I can't expect you to throw a car show on the level of money that you put, because of the level of money, amount of money you put into your vehicle. That just doesn't make sense for me to expect that.
I mean, no. I'm talking about the not the money, but the time, the thought, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Not just the money. I'm saying, okay, you know the level of what my car is. Expect the same level of time, thought, not all the money, not whatever it costs. I'm just saying I can't figure out the word, but you know what I'm saying. Just put that effort, that same effort you put into your car, put it into your show. You know, you had to sit up long nights, think about what color you was gonna do, what you was gonna put in, you know, what speakers, what rims. Put that same thought. Don't just gonna say, oh, I drove by, I saw open field, let me throw a car show over here.
Gotcha. And that's how they were
doing
it.
You know how they put up Dollar Generals? Let me throw a car show over here.
The Dollar General is a baby Walmart while you're bullshitting.
They are.
Yeah,
I agree with that
Marcus
comment.
Hughes, yeah, sure. That makes sense. Now, Qasim, I think it's a Qasim, and the same people get trophies every time. I don't know where you are, sir, but if it's the same people, they got the best cars, or it's a favoritism type show, and I don't know how long you've been watching.
We've seen shows like that, Skip.
The same people get them every time?
I'm not gonna say no names, but yes.
Okay. Well, if it's one or two trophies and the same people are winning, then normally they have the best cars. But sometimes these cars just can't be beat. And if they entering, I don't see the issue with it. Are we supposed to do participation? Is that what you're getting at?
Nah, I mean, I don't want to give no names, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
Gary.
No.
What?
Let's just say Gary.
I don't know who Gary is.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know who Gary is.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. You know how black people have certain names?
Look what he said now. The person who throws the show, the trophies go to that team. Yeah,
Gary.
Okay, you got to be.
I don't trust no nigga named Gary. I ain't gonna lie. I don't trust no nigga named Gary. That's one of them names.
Just
I don't trust nobody named Gary.
Papa Smurf called going to SEMA.
You know another thing though. Let me add this. Point out for a while there, you had a lot of churches throwing car shows.
Yes.
And they kind of got in the game, and they was like, they got the fuck out of Dodge. When last church show?
They saw that they started that ninja activity started coming on through. Yeah, that activity started coming on through, that ninja activity, and they were like, "Hold on, we don't want these in the church grounds."
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, they were like, "We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna."
They prayed about it, and they was like, "Nope."
Yeah, they thought they definitely had to have a moment about that.
No, because church they thought trophies was dirt cheap, and realized everything ain't always a profit. And you know, church is all about the profit.
Y'all come on out, Pastor Jenkins at the Second Tabernacle Baptist First Right.
But you know what else is crazy though?
Yeah,
churches have too many restrictions for their car shows. after they done spent all this money. You can't play music with cursing in it and sexually suggestive music. You can't do this. You gotta dress a certain way, and we don't want this here. And
and even some
of
the, say like Pennywise, they wouldn't want all her props and stuff on her. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't want that because they would have felt it was
the demons and the devils, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Some of these churches got the best venues. They really do.
They want that. They want you to park to come in and spend that money.
Yeah. It be one way in, one way out. You get all your money.
Close the door.
Yeah. Close. That's exactly what it is. Close the gates. I said close the gates.
Close the gates.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
All about the money.
I really think it is. Like, I wouldn't say. I mean, I've been to shows where it's not okay, but more so, what I'm seeing is it is. Like they said, there was a show, not a show. I would say a show. I cannot all the way confirm or deny. So this weekend in South Carolina, they had something called Mayfest, I want to say. And they said that Mayfest is like, South Carolina does a lot of festivals, shrimp festivals, chitlin festival, whatever. A lot of festivals because they're country. Okay. So they had a festival. So in the event, somebody was like, hey, at this festival, let me throw a car show. Because a lot of people come out there. They said they were charging $80 to drive in the softball field.
You can tap in. Click the link, sir.
Yeah, they said they was charging $80 to drive in the softball field for the car show.
Shit, all that red clay in my car.
This is what the people, look, that's what I'm saying, but the people, everybody was messaging me, and I was like, well, like I said, I was chilling, relaxing. They said, you coming out here? You coming? No, I'm chilling, relaxing. But it was extremely packed on the streets outside of where the show was to be hosted. And if that is true, about $80, I can see why. And now, which is, I would say, you're throwing the shows for the money, which is killing the game, killing other events as well. What is you looking?
Carter said they paid for entry in the confession.
Hey,
hell no.
What about the Cooler Fest? Hey, Cooler Fest is there. I haven't been to one of them. There's a Cooler Fest during the summer. I ain't gonna lie to you. Call me whatever you want to call me. If your event says Cooler Fest, I can't do it. I feel like a whole bunch of people bringing their coolers, BYOB, young people, and it's usually in a big at the track or the state fair park, fairgrounds or whatever. That's too many people. I can't run fast enough to get out all them people if something go down. So no, I can't do it. Can't do it.
What these comments y'all crazy. Oh.
I don't know.
Jimmy said this.
I think it should be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think if you're throwing a car show, you should want to make a profit.
You should, but you have to do stuff to make a profit.
You should want to make a profit.
I mean,
Jimmy, what you mean by that?
You should want to profit back on your money, but you have to be realistic too. It takes a lot of money to make a lot of money. To make a little bit, I'm gonna say that. Like when you invest, you don't get that money immediately. You have to wait for it to mature, et cetera, et cetera. So people thinking I'm gonna just go get me some $10 trophies and charge $30 to get in and make a profit. Yeah, you might do it one time, but you won't do it no more.
Right.
There we go.
Oh, you said for Mayfest. So didn't we talk about that the last time? We was like, most of the time, if you want to throw a quality show, your first show, you're going to take a loss. You have to plan in your mind that you're going to take a loss that first show. Mayfest. It's known for the block party. So you're saying it's known for the block party. So guess when people were okay.
Yeah, that's the part where they parked all up and down the street outside the venue. That's the block party.
Yes.
Yeah. So people want to watch the show. So I'm just trying to understand what was the reasoning behind $80. Jimmy, you just type in the chat. I just want to, try to understand. Let's go ahead and
because I think the reasoning behind $80 is because they felt like, well, I heard they pay more than that. Or they heard about Rick Ross's show and feel like, well, I'm only charging 80, so they'll pay that.
Okay. But then most of I've seen some videos, most of them cars is people that don't really pop out. A couple of the older heads, the uncles, not the aunties. Uncles that keep them, what I'm saying, in the shed. You know what I'm saying? Keep their Chevelles and stuff like that in the shed. And they want to just pop out to chill up right up and down the street. They ain't trying to go to no show, pay no $80. They just want to chill. But whatever.
Lane says some shows I've been to just for the money, they change prices at the gate that are not advertised. I know a couple of shows that do that here, and people pay it and then they complain about it. I don't want to go into a show. I will not go into a show where on the flyer it says $30 when I get there it's $60 because it's packed or because it's the place to be. I know show things that make you go, okay, Tomcat Josh. Okay. But those are money grabs if I've ever seen it. That was before it got packed. We got minimal space, so now you got to pay double or whatever the excuses are. I'm not cool with that. I'd be like, okay, and I'll turn around and leave. But everybody ain't gonna do that. Know your position and what you're laying for. Huh?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna have to tell you at the gate. And you said this now. You ain't said.
I was getting that. It's like that makes people not want. Click on the link. You say you want to tap in, Gary. You told me to call you Gary. We put the link in the chat. Click on the link.
Tap in. Hey, Gary. but man, that's a lot. That's another thing. A lot of price changes the day of the show at the gate. That's another problem. Why can't the price stay the same? Why does the price have to change?
Because
the day of.
They got a lot of people already there, and they see they see an opportunity. Because you think about some shows, people drive, like especially with drag strips, people drive a long ways to get there. So if the price increased, oh well, that's just the cost of doing business. But when car shows do it, I'm like, it ain't worth it to me. I don't care what they're giving away. If you say $30, you're gonna charge me $60.
That's what I'm saying. What is the reasoning? What is people reasoning behind? Okay, the day of, like the regular tickets are still online. The regular tickets are $40. Let's just say that.
Scroll back up in the link.
$40. It's Friday night. But Saturday morning, the tickets are $60. Cash.
Yeah.
Somebody please tap in that's thrown a show and has done it, because I know you've done it. Just tell me. I just want anybody has a lot of reasons. Please.
Ain't nobody going to tell you that. No. Nobody going to tell you.
Hey, just let me know what the reason is.
It's putting money in. And watch this.
You say if you feel you come late, man.
Well, okay.
Let me tell you something. I'd have paid a lot of money at a lot of shows. Go ahead, Skip. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Finish your stuff.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of people, I equate it to like when you go to a nightclub. A nightclub advertise on the radio before 9 is free. You get there at 8:30 and the line wrapped around the building because the security won't let nobody in until after 9 o'clock. It's a money grab. Like I jumped the line one time when I was going to go, like, man, what the hell you holding the line up? Oh, it's a lot of people in there. Yeah, fuck this club. I left because I understood what they were doing. They're gonna wait till 9:05 and start letting people in. Now they gotta pay. So when you go to a strip club or whatever, people are charged. The security say you want to jump the line, $200. Somebody with a lot of money will pay it, just to jump the line and get in. So same, I guess, kind of the same thing. If you want to go in where everybody at, the price is not this. Was that him? This cop?
I just don't see the reason. No, that was Mr. He on a double fat. On a double. He was him. Mr. had jumped in on another and then came back out.
Oh.
But we saying to call it early bird special. Advance money is locked in. We got that. The gate is not guaranteed. What's the guarantee though?
But Jimmy, but why?
Yeah,
why is it not guaranteed?
What we guaranteeing? Like it don't matter. Like you already know when you did your advance tickets, you know what's there. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good amount of advance tickets sold, why does it have to go up at the gate? The day of, matter of fact, advance tickets take taxes. Cash doesn't. So why are you taxing?
Because they
I don't know.
On the website. If you buy it on the website gonna give
that's
you
what I'm saying. So I would feel like the website would be higher. Think about it, because they got the tax, right? The website gonna want they little cut, and you get the taxes. So the price should be higher on the website versus cash at the gate. But I don't know. That's what they doing. I ain't gonna do it. If I was to ever throw a show, if probably would never happen. Probably would never happen.
That means you got money to throw away.
You can wake up and decide not to come. He's talking about the advance, right? But you didn't got the money. But you got the money though. You wake up and like, I ain't going to the show. You got the money.
David Hampton said something interesting. They used the early bird to pay the venue. No, that ain't how that worked.
If you had to, you could, but people don't buy tickets enough. In my experience, people don't buy tickets early enough to pay for anything.
Exactly.
They really don't.
Then you got to be paid.
We all pay for late as hell.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because things come up last minute. Some shows, that you actually plan for, yes, but it's a lot of shows that is last minute, and I ain't gonna.
I brought this up a long time ago. I think it should be more collaboration prices with clubs. If you want to drive more clubs to your show, there should be a spiff for you participating, A, bringing your club, B, you should get something. Like, I've always thought that presidents and vice presidents should never pay for a car show.
What?
They work enough. They work with all these people. They corralling all these people, communicating these people. They bringing 30-something, 40-something cars in some cases to a car show. You think that president or that vice president should have to pay for that car show? I don't think so.
If they're gonna win a trophy, if they want to participate,
yes.
if they want to compete to win a trophy,
yes.
That don't make sense to me.
It don't matter if you.
I got one that agree.
Okay, but you agree probably because he's the president or vice president. But that's just like if I say I'm taking a charter bus to a concert. I'm taking a charter bus. If you take a charter bus to the concert, the bus driver shouldn't have to pay. The fuck?
Skip. Obviously, you haven't been around the elite. The elite don't pay.
You tripping?
Man,
you tripping?
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something.
I would have to agree with you, mister.
They don't pay.
Oh, let me tell y'all.
Think about what type of turnout. Think about what type of turnout you would get.
Everybody's got to pay. Everybody has to pay. It's just the event. It's just the showing support. I'm just saying for me. I'm speaking from me. Okay.
I think that
if it's somebody I'm cool with, and they throwing a show, I'm gonna pay still to support. It doesn't matter if I got the whole cart club with me. We still gonna pay though. It ain't like, but if you want to take it that far, hey, y'all take it out the treasury account or wherever you got with your car club.
Think about it.
Nothing you don't have to pay. You take about that fee
like this.
That shit.
Let me frame it like this. I got a car club. I got 20 to 40 members, right? I got two options on Saturday. I can go to this show. I can go to this show. This show, my president gonna get in free. Well, I'm the president, so I'm gonna get in free. What car show you think I'm gonna pick for my team to go to? I'm gonna pick the show where I'm gonna get comp because they're treating me better.
Peace out. That's what Skip goes say. And that's what I'm gonna say. Go ahead. Go on over there where they paying you to come. I'm not gonna pay you to come support me. That's stupid. Here you go, Mark. Here go to the entry fee, dog. Bring your people. Hell no.
I mean, at one point, Threat said something like that he was gonna do something like that.
I think you're thinking small. You know, if I can't think of the name of the company that does all the Young Dolph's cars. Do you think they pay? When they bring the whole fleet?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think they pay when they bring the whole fleet? Probably not.
No. But that's different.
The key word he said was elite.
Ain't nobody in Atlanta got shit elite. If that's the case, you making it sound like some of these car clubs are elite car clubs. None of them are. We're talking about Mark with Stunt World. KJ with Street Whips got some badass cars. Jarvis that owned the car customization shop, he got 10 badass cars. He paid to get in. Dolph, the reason I think those people that bring Dolph's cars to car shows don't pay is because people come to the show to see Dolph's cars. People don't go to a car show to see Camaro Nation.
I think that the point he was trying to make, the bigger picture of the point is that there should be instances where elite cars, however you classify that, shouldn't have to pay. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just trying to further clarify the point. I don't care personally.
Right.
There should be incentives, is what I'm saying.
No.
There should be some type.
No.
There should be some type.
When you start thinking like that, no.
No matter what that looks like, it would drive more people to the car shows, and it would drive more people in the culture if more incentives were available. That's all I'm saying.
So, Lady Icon, you said someone paying for them somewhere ain't shit free out here. But the publicity of certain people and individuals being there sometimes is the fee.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's somebody may be paying for it, but it's getting paid, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you all an example. In a car audio side, we take y'all over to this side. So car audio have, everybody wants to play their loud music and be in the mix or whatever. But if you don't and you want your own whole section, it's called the vendor fee. These vendor fees, especially at some of these bigger shows, are like $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going from talking about a $50 ticket to a vendor space where you want to be in your own space. You don't want nobody next to you. Is this? You got your 10 by 20, 10 by 40 tents or whatever. I think I probably paid more in vendor fees last year than maybe 2 or 3 people has paid in car shows that they attended.
I agree.
So, but if you want to go there, like I say, you're going to pay. I feel like everybody, you're holding an event. That's what it's for. Of course, some people are going to slip through the cracks. Yeah, that's my homie. Yeah, this and this and this. But if I know I want a certain section, like at the club or whatever, I'm going to pay that fee. But I also feel that you're holding an event, you should be paid. That's just what it is. That's just
now watch this.
Not
now
always
watch this.
Not,
In the words of Skip, now watch this. Think about somebody like Smoke, and I hate to be specific because we're not local anymore. Smoke of Secret Society Corvettes, in some cases, brought out 40, 50 Corvettes. You mean to tell me that it wasn't situations when he brought that many cars to a show that he didn't get in for free?
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I bet you ain't finna advertise it.
Yeah.
So you saying you think it happened, but you don't think it should happen?
No, I didn't say it didn't happen. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying that Skip wouldn't be a part of it. I'm not gonna pay you to bring people to a car show.
You bring me 50 cars to a show. You should be fucking applauded and rewarded.
It's not gonna change. So
that means, okay, hold on. Why it just got to be the president? Why it's not somebody?
It can be anybody.
Think about it.
Anybody.
But I mean, why? What's the?
It's
More,
just most likely that it could
hold
be the founder or the president. Whoever brings me 50 cars should get something. A discount, a hat, a cookie. 50 cars.
So hold on. Guess what? Hold on. 50 cars. So now we in a competition. So y'all got how many car clubs down there with more than 50 cars? So they bring 50 cars, they getting all this money. Okay. The next club bring 50 cars. They getting all the money from the, let's say 49 cars minus the president. So now we at whatever, how many cars. So now let's say the next car club be like, you know what? We got everybody in the city. We bring in 60. But you getting there, you thinking you gonna get the incentive just off of one car?
Yes,
that's the incentive. Like, hey, y'all bring me the most cars.
No. That's the influence of the leader. The influence of the leader is what you want.
The show owner is still making that money. It don't matter if you're gonna miss out on 1 or 2 cars. You can still pay that fee. You're getting the fee of 50 cars. What is one gonna hurt?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Mark's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Give it to him.
But I'm not doing it though.
No. I'm saying what is one gonna hurt to not? You know what I'm saying? What is one gonna hurt? Ask them. I'm saying they can still pay. What is gonna hurt for that one to not pay? Yes.
It's not nothing in the grand scheme of things. And Mark has a very valid point. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying Skip will never do that.
I have a question, y'all, when y'all get a break.
Go ahead.
So
what's up?
I just came on. Sorry I'm late, you guys. I have a busy Thursday, but real quick, because I just delved into this realm of doing the car show. I had someone to proposition me with the international show, and they wanted to know if they could get a discount for bringing X amount of cars. It was a significant discount. They wanted to get in for $10 each, compared to last year everyone was paying, I think it was $25-$30. But I didn't do it, y'all, and I kind of struggle with that, because at the end of the day, it is a fundraiser for the kids, and I'm thinking some money is better than no money. But I don't know. I just didn't feel like ethically. I don't know, y'all. Yeah.
So you're describing a discount for all of the cars that leader brought to the show.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. All I'm saying is, if you brought me 20 and you committed, you told me ahead of time, all right, I think I could get you 15 or 20. All right, I got you, bro. And please believe that this is fucking happening. And it's been happening. I was a vice president. I have seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
It is happening.
Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't
happen. That dictated where that club moved to. That dictated what shows that club went to. That dictated what went on that club's group me calendar. You know, the little calendars you niggas got? Oh, yeah. That's what's happening. Sorry to break it to you.
That would just make me, I don't know. It's so much questions around it, Mr. Mark. Like, even as a club participant, if I knew you was making money off of me, you know, I don't know. I would just feel some kind of way about that.
And Mark, you are 100% right in everything you're saying.
Exactly.
100% right. The point is, the narrative will be, hey man, it's a car show this weekend. That old car show, hypothetically speaking, that Joe Blow throwing, they ain't gonna pay us nothing. But I heard Skipper give us some money, so let's just flip it around and say, hey man, you the deal's still on? Hell no. I won't compromise. I'll lose money before I do that. I just can't see.
But it's not that blatant. It's not that blatant.
Yeah.
It's a situation where Club A, the leadership of Club A says, all right, we're getting something. Either I get in free, or maybe they give you some money, whatever the scenario is. And we position it as, all right, this is where our club is going. We're here on Saturday. The club don't even know. The club don't even know.
I feel like that's kind of like being pimped.
But the
club don't even know.
You're right. The club don't know. But if, hypothetically speaking, you're the president of Camaro Nation, Qwueen Combs the president of Queens, and Miss Kim Possible the president of International Young Chefs, y'all three know, right? Suppose once y'all re-elect another president, then they get to know. Now, man, I didn't know this here, so he was keeping that money the whole time. Skip was paying these people. There it go. I'll never get mixed up in that. Never, ever. Because it's going to get out. There's no secret that's kept. None. Somebody knows it. So just because you say, well, it don't have to get out, it's going to go on the message boards. Yeah, but what about when he tells the next person that takes his place? Or he tells somebody now because he pissed off at Skip.
How is that lying, though?
All people, he was paying them people. No.
How is that lying?
That's withholding information, Mark. Come on, man.
How is that lying?
It's not lying.
How is it lying?
It's withholding information.
What information is being withheld?
That you being paid to bring your car to the show.
Compass is not set up like that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just want to chime in, but what's the consensus, y'all? Should you do this? Is this something that's acceptable? Is this something I should consider moving forward? I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. I paid, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. Everybody should. That's it.
But hold on, Queen.
So,
I gotta give you some pushback.
Everybody should.
And you're gonna say I'm right, but you might not agree with me. A lot of these niggas that's on this flyer ain't paying. You think they paying, but a lot of these people that are being promoted on the flyer as special guests to a lot of these shows do not pay.
You're right.
Well,
thank
I just want to interject that
you are correct.
It's the same thing.
No,
everybody pays, and thank you, Queen Com, for supporting. Yes.
No. Right. No, hold on. Not if you're a special guest, because they're asking you to be there as a special guest. Not you get to the gate the day of. No.
And also,
no, that's complete difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And also, Mark, a special guest is a person that can draw the crowd.
That's what we said from the beginning.
No, he did not. Well, okay. Well, I misunderstood. Okay, let me tell you what I got from what he said.
I think I misunderstood.
See, y'all quick to scream. I moved the goalpost. What he said was, vice president should get in free, and president should get in free for bringing members. A special guest is on a flyer, advertise they're going to be there. They draw people. That's my point of view. Since I moved the goalpost. I'm not going to pay a vice president to bring his car club because that's not drawing people. That's bringing people. Difference. Your car club, you can bring them. Other car clubs, other people outside, you draw them in by being on a flyer. That's a special guest. What Mark was talking about was letting them in free to bring his car club. Y'all moving the goalposts now.
I guess you're just changing the definition of
I did not change it. I said what you said.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I got the degree of skill. So let me say something. So when
you want to influence people to come to your show this way, but you don't want to influence
if you're gonna do that, they should have put them on the flyer. Hey, we got such and such from such and such car club coming. Not you get to the gate and expect it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know if you go on their date to bring the crowd to make the money. So if somebody puts me on the flyer, right, it says, hey, Queen Kong coming to this show, blah, 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 blah. You know, and some people are like, dang, I just want to go to the show because I ain't never seen her. I ain't never met her. That's different from me getting to the gate and saying, hey, y'all know who I am. I think y'all should let me in free. No.
Or I brought 40 cars. Why can't I get in free?
Right, that's completely different because guess what? They don't know I'm coming. I ain't advertising too much on you know what I'm saying? I'm just there that day with 40 cars.
Wait a minute. Let me read this. Marketing 101. Incentives draw people in. If you tell clubs every 10 people you get one person free, people are gonna come, especially a large club. We wonder why clubs are not going out for most reps like they used. When they announce the most rep trophies right now, motherfuckers, you hear crickets.
But hold on, are they announcing that?
You need
or are they expecting that at the gate?
I'm not.
Listen what I'm saying. I can understand if they announce that on the flyer. not
So
when
it's
you get
quarantine
to the
period.
gate.
So as long as they put it on the flyer, we
Yes,
can do
because
it.
why would you have the entire? Why would you? No, yes, because they put it out there, not you getting to the gate and having that
No.
entitlement. No,
What I'm saying is
no.
these niggas already doing what the fuck they want anyway. Why not do that?
I
They
can't wait
already
to
doing
see
what they
y'all.
want to
I
do.
can't wait to see y'all in about 2 weeks so I can
Well,
bop y'all ass. So
in my
listen,
opinion,
mama.
in my opinion, it's morals and standards to everything. And
Correct.
me being on this scene as long as I've been on it, I'm not giving you shit. Either you come or you don't. My car shows have fluctuated from at the biggest I had 105 cars in her, and at the smallest I think I had 52 cars in her in my show with the rings. And people say, "God damn, Skip, you." I said, "Boy, I got what I expect. I expected what I got." In other words, I don't look for 100 cars when they come. I expect what shows up. That's it. All that, man, you should do incentives. No, the incentives is these big ass rings I'm giving away. That's my incentive. I'm a host a very good show. Ain't gonna be no BS. Those are the only incentives I'm giving. If I fail or nobody comes, oh well, I'll either decide to do it again next year or I won't do it. But saying every 10 cars you get one in free, this ain't McDonald's. No.
I'm just saying with the landscape of the finances and everything that's going on, when the rubber meets the road and you have a car club that's trying to figure out what their club is going to do for the month of May, you only got 4 weekends. So your club can't be everywhere. Sometimes you multiple shows per day, per weekend. If you had some incentives like this out there, it would make a difference.
Right. But I'm not money hungry like that.
Hold on.
It's not you being money hungry.
Why wouldn't it be about money?
I forgot. Uh-oh.
What'd she say?
Oh, go ahead. I got 3 comments off of Instagram. I was sharing up there
Go ahead.
too. So somebody said, it's another thing to tap into. What's crazy is shows charging $50 for spectators, but charging the media individuals $150 to $400. Like the shooters, the photographers. And just like they charge them more, them and the vendors, you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
You charge a spectator that, but you charge the vendors more. Because you know the vendors gonna make that money. So hey, we ain't thought about that now. Why are you charging the vendors more just because you feel like you know everybody's gonna want to eat? But why? Well, yeah, that's another one. So that's one comment. Huh?
Good.
The second comment is, if you need a discount for $25, I feel like they shouldn't show up. People spend more on the section at the club. That's what somebody said on Instagram. So
that type of thinking is getting in the weeds. That ain't the point. It's something is always better than nothing. And when people make decisions and there's an incentive involved, that sways somebody's influence. I don't give a fuck if it was $2 off. That's $2 that Skip ain't giving me.
First of all, Mitchell, let me tell you something. If I'm gonna come to the show, I don't care that your goddamn car club president got it free. I don't give a damn. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm coming to the show because I want to come to the show and I want to have a good time. I don't even know your car club president. First of all. So there's that. I don't even know him. Skip, when I get to the gate, hey, what car club presidents y'all let in free? Yeah, I'm gonna come in too. I really want to be at the show because you let them in free. You don't get hell in my face, man. Come on now.
Like I said,
let's be for real. Let me look in and look at the car club that's in there, and let me see. Let me call somebody and see if y'all Skip let y'all in free. All right, I'm about to come in too. All right,
Nighthawk say that's not true. If you're going, you're going.
You go, hey.
Whoa.
I don't know now.
Nighthawk say that's why y'all shut down, giving out free hopes. What? I don't think it should be the president. I think it should be the choice of the club who think they allowed to get that free entry.
I agree with that.
I don't think it should be damn nobody. Shit,
I agree with that.
again,
First of all,
I understand
okay.
Mark's point or Mrs. point of view about doing that to get more entrants. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't care if it's $2 an entry or $100 a car. That just ain't mean to do that. Because you give a motherfucker a rope. They want to be a cowboy, and you will never get that on me.
But see, hold on now, and in a lot of cases, y'all will be kind of double talking, like speaking out of both sides. Like, so if a nigga say, all right, I'm gonna do a show, and you got to pay for every category, then y'all be like, nah, you can't do that. Stupid. You can't do that. You can't.
Now that's stupid. Why would you go to a car show, pay an entry fee, and then pay to enter in each category? If that ain't a grab, and people were doing that at one time.
They were.
Now
they were doing that. They were doing that. You pay the entry fee to get in the show, and then they say, "Hey, man, we got 5 categories. Which one of these categories you want to be in?" Oh, I want to be in all 5.
You got to pay for it.
That's $100.
Yep.
What? So what that fee was?
So now, Mr. Yeah. So Mr. Let me ask you.
It's up to them 2 people who
has there been an instance when, or if you have heard of, that, hey, I done brought 40 cars out here. You're not letting one get in free. We about to turn around. Has that happened? Have you known of any instance?
Basically, you're describing somebody reneged on a deal. Anytime that this has happened, this is already pre-orchestrated. This is not happening at the gate.
No, I ain't talking about
pre-orchestrated. Now, niggas might be begging, like, come on, bro. My name Hulk. Let me in.
Okay, so you're saying all this is predetermined.
Oh, I don't think it happened that way, Queen. I don't think they'll get to the gate with their whole club, say, man, I got 41 cars.
Exactly.
Let me give you the entry for 40 cars. Normally, the person at the gate will be like, yeah, go ahead. But if it's Skip show, I want 41 entry fees. That's just it. Y'all can leave. That's just because I don't feel right if
okay, that's what I'm confused at. I'm thinking Mr. was saying, hey, went to the gate and doing that.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was saying that if he has the capability to bring 40 cars and there's 2 shows, but the incentive is better to come to my show, then he's coming there because of the incentives of letting the VP or the vice or the president in free. Yeah, we're going to go to this show because we have more incentive to go here versus going to show B. But I won't do. I just can't do that because if for instance you're the president and your truck fire, and you're the person that get in free, and you win best in show and you didn't pay. No, I just can't see that.
Problems.
But everybody can see it different.
To
me, it's all about it's about making a profit, yes, but I just can't see doing that. I will not do that. I won't. I can't. I just take that loss and I say,
okay, we missed the one question.
What's the question?
So how many car shows should one person throw in a year?
That's up for debate because it's according to
for not to be money hungry. Yeah,
I say no more than 2. And then they should be spaced out. They shouldn't be, 4th of July weekend and then turn right around on Memorial Day. I think that's, I don't know. 1, 2, I only do 1. So,
I guess to me, it just depends on what the event is. Like if all of them are different, or maybe they have causes, or maybe one of them got a cause. But if it's just a car show February edition and then car show October edition and then
boots on the ground edition now.
Yeah.
You know it.
I was gonna do 2 this year.
Yeah, but I think when it's individuals throwing, multiple shows, more than 3, 4, that's when it starts to coincide, like we talked about with dates. Now you're throwing these shows and you purposely throwing, you know what I'm saying, you purposely throwing a show every other month, and it's landing on somebody else's date. Now we there because you ain't got to throw that many shows if it ain't about the money.
Now, SRS, that's a good way to look at it. If they're taking the risk of throwing a car show, why does it matter how many they throw?
I agree.
It really don't. It's just one of those.
Nah.
But no, it's one of those topics to where you got to say, God damn, how many shows Skip gonna throw? What's the purpose of him throwing the shows? And that's what this topic is about. Why would Skip throw 5 shows in a year? You get what I'm saying? It's not the point of whether I can do it. I can do it. You know, the next person can do it. But is it right to do it? And what's the reason for them doing it is what we're talking about. We're not talking about people not having the wherewithal.
Right, and it's not always about the risk. You got to think about it. How many people you know that know somebody with land?
Gary's stuck on that. They get paid at the gate. They get paid if you meet it. They get paid for the food truck, and their team always win. You must have got messed over at somebody's show.
He did.
I mean, and also comes down to, I mean, are they stepping on other people? Are they dating, like as far as booking on when other people are booking? You know, are they not letting other people in? Are other shows seeing their flyer because they posted it a day after the show last year type shit? No, I can't do it on that weekend. They got all these weekends. The season ain't that damn long. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't, but that's what I say. Like, you can't say you're taking a risk if you know some. Let's say if I know my uncle got some land, and he don't even care nothing about cars. He just know that, hey, I'm gonna let you get this land. I want it cleaned up after you done using it. So you ain't paying for that. You never know who has everybody in their pockets. Yeah, I know my cousin. They got a food truck. It's fire. They just want to be out there to get the exposure. So they want to come out there for free. So it ain't really. Sometimes when they're throwing multiple shows, it's not really a risk, and it is about profit.
You're right. Miss Deadpool, I didn't realize that was you. To ask that question, but you know, Gary, he told me to call him Gary. You say they get paid at the gate, they get paid if you meet her, and they get paid from the food truck. That's part of the reasons you throw a show and are able to get multiple trophies, different types of trophies, bigger, smaller, whatever types of trophies, and everything else. But when you say their team always win, you got to stop going to them shows. You got to know that that's what's going to happen.
Boy.
You know, and like that was happening here in Atlanta one time, and people started screaming about it, and it's pretty much done went to the wayside now. Where, if hypothetically speaking, About That Life throws a car show, they members don't enter the show. Period. They're helping, setting up, you know, whatever. So if that's the case, man, you just got to say, you know what, I'm not going to that show because I get it. Your teammates go in, I'm spending my money to watch y'all. No, you know, so hey. David Hempton said, if you host over 2 car shows a year, I'm calling that a car meet. Now you mean host or throw? Because I host more than 2.
David, first of all, hold on, Skip. The crazy thing is, because he aggravated me so bad. That's my brother. Like, so now I feel like he picking at me because he know I be hosting shows. So now I feel like you really picking at me because you want to. Don't worry about it. When we get off this podcast and that phone rings, don't even worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
You host more than 2 car shows.
Anywho, great conversation. Awesome stuff. Difference of opinions. I love that we really can debate these conversations and we don't agree.
Right.
It happens every week.
That's a good debate.
I don't know.
That's a good debate.
Well, I mean, we have these conversations and we don't have to agree, you know, which is cool. Don't forget my sister's keeper this Saturday. So Mother's Day is Sunday. Duh. This is not on Mother's Day. This is on Saturday, the 10th.
Matter of fact, if your family in town, bring them out to see some of these cars, man.
Bring them out. This is on Saturday. You still can kick it with your mom on Sunday. Right. For those of you that still have mothers, because a lot of us don't,
That's right.
appreciate them. Tell them you love them. Spend some time with them.
Yep.
Come out to this show. Bring them. Let them hang out with us. It's gonna be a cool event. Don't forget about May Day. With all these guys still going down. We talk about this every week. It's going down May 16th and 17th.
Ain't no
Dukes
way
and
Mister
Boot.
ain't goddamn. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. All day.
Nighthawk, Lord.
Yeah. Nighthawk is going. He is prepared. He got all the fixing. This man got a lot of money. He got all kind of accessories and golf carts and everything. He getting Nighthawk ready to go. Elite.
You saw that, ain't it?
Huh? Yeah, don't forget about Elite Click Atlanta. Is going down on May 18th. Where's the video for that, Miss TJ? Is that on a different link or what? I don't have it. All proceeds donated directly to the kids via the Children's Miracle Network. Entry and donations. This is kind of weird, but it started at 20. we got to be a little bit more harsh on these flyers. I'm trying to tell you, but I'm gonna go easy because they the home team. But the entry donations start at 20. Yeah. Where's the video, Miss TJ?
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Thought we had a video for this one.
Okay. I'm going back on mute.
I guess we
No.
I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the ladies. We appreciate everything you do. It's about to be graduation season. So if you have any children graduating, shout out to them. And yeah, watch out. Everything that's going on in the country. I mean, I personally think there's something afoot, but I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm just going to be careful.
It's a foot.
Something is afoot, Skip. Something is clearly afoot that's going on. It's just too much happening at once. I don't get it. It's a lot going on. So y'all be careful out there in these streets. We appreciate everybody for watching us every week. Everybody for subscribing. Shout out to everybody that gave us a super chat. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. We hopefully will see y'all in these streets this weekend. Bring your mamas out. Bring your mama car. Your mama got that old car sitting in the driveway. Go and bring that out too. Just pull up in that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the mothers. So yeah, we're gonna get about this thing. Miss TJ, I don't know where she went. Nighthawk in the chat. That is the Queen Kong of South Carolina, whatever you call it, Carolina. Mr. Skip from Florida. Yeah, representing, yeah. And I'm the good old boy I'm a Yankee, a country boy from Michigan. And this is Atlanta Carcast, and we're gonna see y'all next week. Deuces.